Hi folks, welcome to the Sabres Reloaded, the video on the channel. If you're new here, that talks about topics within the organization, and I think this applies, okay? Let me get the wording right because I wrote it down here on my computer. Yeah, easy enough to remember. Blaming the refs. Yeah, I know. Everybody was ticked off at the refs last game. Guys, I don't ever want to go down that road. I think it's a sad road, honestly, and I get why so many Sabres fans. I'll tell you the number one reason Sabres fans can't stand the refs. There's two words, Brett Hull, okay? There really is. This is an ongoing resentment, okay, that the Sabres fans have with the officiating of this league. I won't blame refs. You will never catch me doing that, guys. I'll get mad. I'll criticize, but I will never blame a ref, even that game, for losing. No, and I'll tell you why I don't blame the refs in that game. I blame the league, okay? I don't blame the refs. I blame the league. The league sent out a memo to all the teams. They didn't send it out to the fans in 1999. They sent out a memo, okay, that a puck moving forward, if the puck's moving forward and you're moving forward with the puck, it's fair game, even if the puck's in the crease and your skate's in the crease. It was fair game. So not only did the league screw up, they screwed up big time. And also, let's be honest though, about that playoff. And I know I'm on 99, I'm gonna get off that in a sec. But in that 99 playoffs, let's be honest here, they called everything except that goal. Anything that looked like remotely leg in the crease, foot in the crease, whatever it was, a pinky in the crease, like they called everything back except the goal when it really counted. And of course, we were the victims of that. So take it for what you want, guys. It's up to you how you handle it. The way I looked at it is just, I believed we lost that series in game 2, is how I've been able to live with that outcome all these years. The truth is Dallas was a better team in that series. So, I mean, they were just so much more talent in that team than what we had at the time. It's just that when you have a hardworking team, the way we worked, with the greatest goalie in NHL history, in the nets, in his prime, you want to win the Stanley Cup because you know you can right now. And I would have loved a Game 7. I would have loved a Game 7. Does it mean we would have scored if that goal was taken back? I don't know, maybe. I got no proof they would have scored, I just don't. So that's, if you're going to ask me what makes me sick, guys, 2005, 2006 playoffs, losing to Carolina hurt 10 times more for me than losing to Dallas, because the 06 squad should have won the Stanley Cup. That's the difference of that team. Getting back to the refs, though, because this is what brings up all these topics. The 06 team, I can tell you that stupid rule, about the the puck over the boards, the delay a game is such a dumb rule. I wish they would get rid of it, But there's a lot of things about the league I don't like. The officiating's one of them. The officiating's bad, guys. Yes, it is. But should we be blaming the refs? No, because you guys are looking for scapegoats. No, look at the team's play before, I'm not going to blame the refs last game. No, we have ourselves to blame. People say, yeah, but the refs did this. Yeah, but we know the officiating's bad going into this game. We know the officiating's inconsistent in this league. We know it. If we know it, the players know it. The players know they can't count on the refs to bail them out at the end. The refs are fan entertainment. You've seen it. Here we are. We're up 3-0. Oh God, I think it was a hook on Skinner. I can't remember which senator did it, but it was a blatant hook. It wasn't called, and what happens? They eventually score and make it 3-1. I know we made it 5-1, but still, it's the principle. Just because it's 3-0 and there's a blatant penalty in front of your eyes, right in front of your eyes, and you don't call it, what does that say about the officiating? That's my point. The officiating is inconsistent. What worries me is, can this cost a team their season? Well, we have proof already in our history that a bad call can stick in your guts forever. Even if the call maybe was the correct one on the ice, but it was the wrong one at the same time. You know what I mean? So you can always replay that one. But nowadays, the officiating, guys, in my opinion, is worse than it was then. It's worse. When I was a kid and there was one ref, two linesmen, honestly, folks, and the guys were older. They looked more like 45 years old, the refs back then. It was so much more consistent, I found. Yeah, they made mistakes, not at the amount they do today. There's so many things they do wrong today in this league, and it's become a corporation more than a league, it feels like, And that's sad, guys. It really is. It's sad. I'll give you an example. When you got these dirty players headhunting, and yes, headshots have went down. Yes, they have. But I think it would have went down a lot quicker. Okay, in my opinion, would have went down a lot quicker if you nailed me in the head and you put me out for the season. You're out for the season too. Done. Your season's done also. And they'll say, well, they can't do that because then it takes the stars out. Well, so what? If you chose having your stars in the league over principals, you're going to have that kind of league then. So it took some time. Looks like it's cleaned up a bit. I know they're trying to get fighting out of the game. You're never going to get fighting out of hockey. It's never happening. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. In your lifetime, they'll never have fighting out of the game. It's never happening. Now you can cut down on the staged fighting, okay? Where I'm standing there and, we're looking at each other and we're telling each other, okay, we're going to go as soon as the puck's dropped. That crap. Yeah, that needed to go. That I agree. 100%. It's silly. You know what I mean? It's just silly. I bothered me even back in the day. Didn't like it. Were the Broad Street Bullies that way? No, they were just crazy. They were just a crazy team. These guys just were absolutely out of their minds. And they would go into the stands and beat up the fans if they had to, So were the Bruins. I mean, there was certain teams that were just nuts. And when you look at the league now, you can't even imagine a bench brawl, right? But bench brawl sent a signal once upon a time. It did. I was not against bench brawls. No. You're at war with this team. Establish it. You're at war. I get it. But nowadays, when the refs call, they can create fights by their bad calls. They get a boneheaded non-call or a boneheaded call. And don't think they don't know when some players are diving, folks. We can guess, we can look and say it looked like a dive. I've played. There's been times I was, people thought I dove and I didn't. So I don't know. I just don't know with that. But I think refs have a good idea because they hear the guys talking at ice level. They know what's going on. They don't care. It wouldn't matter anyway, because if the Sabres were, let's say, trailing in that game late, maybe there wouldn't have been a penalty on Girgensons at the end, right? If we pulled our goalie and we're trying to tie it now, maybe that doesn't get called. You guys know what I mean? It seems like the refs like to control the emotional level of a game and sometimes almost the outcome. That's how it feels for me as a fan. I try not to take the refs too serious, guys. I do. Because if I take them serious, I'm going to lose my mind. There's some nights they're so bad. They're so bad. And what I can't stand, okay, is when they know they've made a bad call and they don't overturn it. I find that cowardly. At best, cowardly. When you got proof, you've made a mistake on the ice. You're looking at the replay saying, oh my goodness, But we've made our call, so that's got to go. And I really blame Bettman for the officiating, because Bettman, if he's going to get credit, folks, for a successful franchise like Vegas, and even right now, Seattle, if he's going to get credit for that, then he's got to take the slack when it comes to certain areas of the game he hasn't improved on also, Something like that, I think, is fair in this day and age. So my thoughts on this, guys, don't blame the refs, blame the league, because the league's the ones that, they're going to pay the price again, and I hope it's not on our behalf. What if it goes to Game 7 in overtime? Stanley Cup Finals this year, okay? What if it goes to Game 7 in overtime and the refs make a bad call? Or a non-call that is a blatant call that you had to make, but now you can't make it because it's Game 7 in overtime. They got to call the game with no emotions. I don't see that with the refs. I see them getting caught up in the swing of a game, the momentum of a game, and that's not the right way to do it. That's just what I see. You might see it differently than me, but I see that, guys. I see too many games where the refs get caught up. Okay, they're up 3-0. We can't really call another penalty on them now. Like, you know, that's wrong. Because if we've taken all the momentum from that team and they've tripped us and you let them away with a trip, that could be, as we know in hockey, a momentum changer. All of a sudden, they score a goal. Then we let in a soft one, let's say, and it's 3-2 now, just because you didn't make that call, and that could have made it 4-0 for us. I disagree with it. Even as a team losing, I don't like to see it happen. And I'm being 100% honest with this. Even if we're down 3-0 in a game and we get away with the penalty, yes, I'm happy at the time. I don't feel right inside about it, though, because I know better when I watch, you know? Just how I feel. All right, guys. Blabbed enough on this one. See you in the nightcap.